before I die, they gon' remember me. But being in these streets and slanging heat ain't dug no enemies. I want the toughest nigga, I ain't never prayed up on a week. And your little baby mama live.
What's going on, YouTube? We back with another one. Today we're gonna be doing a death row interview with the Night Stalker, Richard Ramirez. And people hate my opinion about it. I don't care. I honestly, compared to Jeffrey Dahmer, I think Richard Ramirez was worse. That's just it. And it ain't even just because he a Pisces like me. I just think he was worse. But yeah, let's jump into it, man. You know, I'm gonna start doing like this little serial killer montage or whatever they call it. I forgot the other guy's name. Gracie, whatever, the clown guy. I plan to do one on him, Jeffrey Dahmer. Let's jump into this video.
The horror began in June 1984. Los Angeles was under siege. Death waited in the dark at the hands of a man they called the Night Stalker. After a 14-month reign of terror, he was finally caught. It was only then that his true identity was discovered. His name, Richard Ramirez.
Richard Ramirez's whole trip was to hide in a tree or hide behind a fence and watch his victims at nighttime and wait into the wee hours of the night. And then while they slept, creep in, you know, like a coward and kill them.
The Night Stalker killed at least 13 times, 13 people who were...
How you his friend and you calling him a coward? I know he said jailhouse friend, whatever, but weirdo, what's up with you?
Awakened in the night to face death. At least 15 others survived his brutal attacks.
I didn't particularly care for people.
In a rare interview, Ramirez refused to discuss his own crimes, but had this to say about serial killers.
A serial killer comes about by circumstances and like a recipe: poverty, drugs, child abuse. These things, you know, contribute to a person, to a person's frustration and anger, and at some point in life, he explodes.
Perhaps for Richard Ramirez, that anger
he ain't lying, no.
And turned to rage, which he in turn took out on his victims. His killings were so sadistic.
And at some point in life, he explodes.
Perhaps for Richard Ramirez, that anger and frustration turned to rage, which he in turn took out on his victims. His killings were so sadistic and brutal that even experienced detectives were shocked.
He took a woman in her 60s and stomped her to death with his foot, leaving an imprint of a shoe on the side of her face. From that, just executing somebody upon walking into a room after he entered a house. He strangled, he used a ligature, he used a tire iron on a young girl.
Everything.
Beat her, left her for dead.
When your anger subsided, you had to wipe up your mother's blood. I couldn't finish it. I had to leave my brother to finish that chore.
Why on earth would you have hurt those people? Why did you kill those people?
Look at, yo! You a Pisces for real, boy. Yeah, you got it. You got it, dog. Nah, why was you looking like that? That's me as fuck. Why was you looking like that? I swear we had to, you know what, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, if somebody was talking to me like that, I would low-key have the same look on my face. He just say he don't care. He really don't care for people. So all this right here is going in one ear and not the other. He don't even care. He started I swear to God, like he wanted to bust out laughing at him. Like, no cap. Look at his face. Look at his face. Yo, Pete. Look at this. He like, bro, what are you talking about? I killed him because I wanted to. Yo, and he smirked.
No comments. No comments. I cannot answer it at this time.
What was Richard's motive?
To kill.
That's it?
To kill. It's as simple as that.
Richard Ramirez was raised in El Paso, Texas, the youngest of 5 children born to hardworking, strict parents. Eddie Milam was Richard's best friend back then and remembers when he began to change into a troublemaker.
I did start seeing something going wrong with Ricky Ramirez. I think that really messed him up.
And once again, here we go again. It's another attention-seeking person.
Acid. He would do a lot of acid.
Damn.
Stealing. You know, I noticed the stealing and then started as a pee-pee thumb and things like that.
Ramirez's passion for burglary earned him the nicknames of Ricky the Thief and Fingers, but Eddie knew Ramirez had other serious problems when he was fired from a local hotel.
he said he was fired, he was dismissed due to the cause that he had tried to molest two little kids that were going up the elevator.
By
Up the
18,
elevator.
Ramirez was a high school dropout drifting around California. He stayed in Skid Row Hotel.
You bold as hell. You what? On the elevator? You tried to, why? Why did you do that on the elevator? Damn, he really did not care. Off the rip, I see you, I like you type stuff. I'm gonna take it.
Always had the money to buy cocaine.
It'd be like
Friends
that.
say the Richard Ramirez they knew didn't date and wasn't the type to commit such heinous crimes. But convicted murderer Martin Kipp, who
It's always the
befriended
quiet one.
Ramirez in prison, says he heard another side of the Night Stalker.
Richard told me he needed to associate gruesome violence with sex in order to be completely satisfied. He also told me that he had to violently fantasize about his victims before he could go away sexually gratified.
They are desires.
Damn, I'm noticing a lot of these serial killers have the same motive. They all gotta like literally be violent when they have any type of experience with anybody sexually. So that's kind of crazy. Cause Damon said the same thing. I keep pointing him out because like people, they be on my case about, oh, Damon was worse. I don't know, bro. I don't care that he had a little parade for about 13 years of a crime spree or whatever. I don't care about none of that. They just said Ramirez had about 14 months of it, but he was doing stuff to look kids, men, and women.
Whereas if I didn't give in to them, I would be crushed by them. I believe in the evil in human nature. This is a wicked world. And in a wicked world, wicked people are born. I'm not going to blame society, my race, or people, or anything. It is up to the individual like myself to keep on knocking on whatever door they want to get into.
Because the victims and the methods of killing were so diverse, many experts felt there was no one Night Stalker. Detectives Carrillo and Salerno disagreed and finally broke the case by matching shoe prints. The subsequent trial turned into one of America's most notorious courtroom dramas, punctuated by continual outbursts from Ramirez.
Oh yeah, I seen that joint too. They said he was in the mode where he just did not care so much. They said he would literally go to court and be like swagged up. He always had the shades on, the suit. I was like, damn, you bold.
In that trial, Ramirez's fascination with Satanism emerged.
As far as Satan is concerned, I believe that, malevolent being. His description eludes me, but I have felt powers that are evil.
After an 8-month trial, Ramirez was convicted of all 13 murders and given multiple death sentences.
I don't care about myself, really. I don't care about what happens to me. I never did, really.
Dang, what you say? Lymphoma, I think that's like I know that's it's a type of cancer. I don't understand how people always be dying of illnesses in jail. What bacteria do y'all have in there? And I mean, like on the, when people that be living so long in there, they just out of nowhere get an illness. It'd be weird. And death row for more than 23 years. Good God, just imagine how long it take for 23 years to pass. God, Jesus.
You admit to being evil, Richard?
We are all evil in some form or another.
Convicted serial killer Richard Ramirez seemed to relish the concept of evil. Once upon a time, a lot of folks in the state of California viewed the one-time Texas altar boy as evil's human embodiment.
Yes, I am not 100%, but I am evil.
In the summer of 1985, the Texas drifter descended like a deadly disease on a hot California night. A one-man epidemic of madness and murder. One of America's first serial killers to be given a brand name. The name, the Night Stalker.
Lock your doors, lock your windows. If you have the ability to provide additional security devices, then by all means do so.
Who wants to be next? I don't. No one else does.
He preyed on both women and men, young and old. He slipped through windows, slit throats, raped and tortured and killed.
What he did to me has been the total destruction of my life and my girlfriend's life.
Former computer engineer Bill Carnes, one of Ramirez's many victims. One night, Carnes and his girlfriend were assaulted in their bed. The woman was raped and Bill Carnes shot 3 times in the head.
Damn.
Carnes ended up in a group home with a bullet still lodged in his brain.
Oh, man.
He took my career. This was unprovoked attack.
But after dozens of such attacks, police identified their suspect, and on the morning of August 1st, 1985, Richard Ramirez's picture ran on front pages. Within hours, angry residents of this East LA neighborhood spotted, captured, and then severely beat Richard Ramirez as he tried to steal a car to evade police.
Damn.
We're happy to announce.
Jesus, you went down when stealing a car go wrong. I seen that too. They was like he went to the wrong neighborhood and they had beat the hell out of him. It was more than 2 miles, like, and he was going full speed the whole time. Like, so I know his adrenaline was pumping. I'm just thinking, cause I run the track. I know 2 miles. You ain't finna run that no full speed. So they said by the time he got to the car where he was trying to steal it, they said he was so out of breath. And by the time they caught him, they beat the hell out of him.
We, all of us.
I thought they said Tom Brady.
In this community, who, to a man and a woman, were involved in trying to track this guy down and capture him.
That night, there was dancing in the streets of the East LA neighborhood where Ramirez was caught. But in court, the case dragged on for 4 long years.
Damn.
With the Texas drifter frequently disrupting the proceedings by displaying satanic signs and shouting obscenities at the judge.
This trial is a joke.
With the jury in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Richard Ramirez, guilty of murder.
But in the end, the jury sent Richard Ramirez to California's death row for 13 murders.
Damn.
I first met Richard Ramirez shortly after his LA conviction. Richard had been transferred to a jail in San Francisco where he was charged with and ultimately would be found guilty of a 14th murder.
What do you want the world to know about you?
The world has been fed many lies about me. I have read very few truths.
Who are you?
Just a guy. Just a guy.
At the time, Ramirez was certainly a guy attracting a lot of attention. Since his arrival at the San Francisco jail, women from around the country, including one of the female jurors who had found him guilty in Los Angeles, have been flocking to the San Francisco facility, even fighting with each other over Richard's affections.
Damn.
My friend. That is all I care to say, really. They are open-minded people.
And it was here, in a cramped room in a San Francisco jail, that I interviewed the man known as the Night Stalker. A memorable face-off, with me asking questions, and Ramirez, for the most part, reading from a script.
Did you kill 13 people?
It would be improper for me to comment on my LA convictions and on my pending case here in San Francisco.
Why?
Because of my appeals.
Are you appealing these because you say you're innocent? You didn't kill 13 people?
That is correct.
You didn't kill 13 people?
Again, it would be improper for me to comment in any regard to that question.
You have now entered a very rare group of people in this country. You're in the ranks of Charlie Manson, Ted Bundy. You claim you didn't commit these murders, but you're right in there now as far as everybody else is concerned.
Serial killers do on a small scale what governments do on a large one. They are a product of the times, and these are bloodthirsty times.
Damn.
Even psychopaths have emotions if you dig deep enough. But then again, maybe they don't.
Do you have emotions?
No comment.
Tell me what
would. I gave up on love and happiness a long time ago.
Why?
Oh, he hurt.
I don't care to explain that.
Yeah, situation.
Let the quote stand for itself. People People in this day and age are brainwashed and programmed like a computer at being nothing more than puppets. This nation, this country is founded in violence. Violent delights tend to have violent ends. Madness is something rare in individuals, but in groups, people, and ages, it is a rule. Killing is killing, whether done for duty, profit, or fun.
Damn.
Men murdered themselves into this democracy.
You're good at reading your script, Richard. But you're not much at answering my direct questions. A lot was made that you're a devil worshiper. Do you worship the devil? Have you ever studied Satanism?
There are different sects of Satanism.
Have you studied, just yes or no, have you studied Satanism?
Yes, I have.
Are you a worshiper of the devil?
No comment.
Come on, Richard.
I can tell you a little bit about Satanism.
Well, I'm interested in hearing what you got to say.
It is undefiled wisdom instead of hypocritical self-deceit. It is power without charity. A Satanist admits to being evil.
You admit to being evil, Richard?
We are all evil in some form or another, are we not?
I'm asking you questions.
That's fair. I mean, when you mad, bro, you don't care what get in your way.
Yes, I am evil. Not 100%, but I am evil.
That's what's
Evil
up.
has always existed. The perfect world most people see.
He being honest, man. I'm sorry. He being honest.
It's gonna get worse. The great epochs of our life is when we gain the courage to rebaptize our evil qualities as being our best qualities.
And as the interview draws to a close, I cannot help but recall Bill Carnes and the thought that behind this glib young man, who seems to flatter himself as a kind of rock star outlaw, lies the bodies of at least 13 innocent people and the shattered lives of dozens more.
You're entitled to your opinion. That's it. Thank you.
The guys outside church.
Shut the camera.
Damn. All right. Well, shoot. I had done. Yeah, I kind of went to another one too. I kind of tried to include a 2-in-1 interview. So yeah, that was Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker. I know they said he shocking me. One of them said that it was one report, one article. I was clicking on a lot of stuff. They said that he had put California on lockdown for a minute. He was just bold with it. Ramirez, he was brutal with and then the sad part is this is not even describing the stuff he did. The documentary with Dama, they was describing his incidents, his lifestyle, and all that other stuff. This is just saying the interviews on what he thought and how he was explaining Satanism and whatever. We ain't even got to the part where he was like discussing. I'm not clicking on that video, because they start describing. Oh, that's a whole nother story. If y'all want me to react to that, I will. But like, I don't think y'all ready for that conversation, because I shut a lot of people down that been, dissing every other killer. Like Damon, the only one that's bad. Nah, bro, y'all ain't seen some of the stuff he done did. Like, I don't know, it just hit different to me. But that's it, man. If you new, make sure you subscribe. Give me to 1,000 subs. Follow my IG at katoross. Tell me what y'all want to see next. I'm gonna do probably the other two killers next. I'm gonna just start real light. I'm gonna start with Mason. What's his name? Gene something great. I can't remember his name. The clown guy. I'm gonna do him. Pause. And I'm gonna do Damer. Make sure I do that one too. But that's it. I'm out.
Because I can relate to it, and not just because of that, because it's dope.